Welcome to day 4 of my Mallorca cycling trip. Now I have to admit, after yesterday's 100 kilometre hard ride, I did think about taking today off. My legs felt very heavy, I just felt very drained and just generally lethargic, but I'm jolly glad I didn't. So today's ride took us out from the hotel here in Alcudia, and then we cycled out to a place called Campanet, which is about 20 kilometres away. So we took it nice and easy just to warm ourselves into the ride. We stopped there and had some refreshments, so a nice cup of coffee, and I don't even drink coffee, but that was particularly nice. And from there we headed out to Selva and then started climbing the Coll de Batalla. So basically today's route was the same one that we did the day before yesterday, but in the complete reverse. Now the Coll de Batalla is 8 kilometres long with an average gradient of 7%. And I thought, well, you know, my legs are feeling quite heavy, but I'll take it nice and easy, just turn the pedals over and see how I do. Now, as always, I've got my Garmin set to alert me to some live segments, and the Coll de Batalla was one of the ones that I would have liked to have got a PR on. So the alert came on, and I just started chugging my way up the mountain. Down the bottom it's quite hairpinny, there's some very sort of tight twists and turns, so I negotiated those, and then it kind of it doesn't level out, but the turns aren't quite so tight. You're still climbing, and then it does actually descend for about 300 meters over a spectacular scenery to your right. It's absolutely amazing. And you go through a mini gorge, and then from there you get to another section of hairpins, and there's about 6 of those, and you climb them up to the cafe at the top. Now the last time I rode the Coll de Batalla was back in 2016. Back then I just spent 6 weeks in New Zealand. I was heavy, I was unfit, and consequently I did a fairly slow time up there. I even stopped at the top because I miscounted all the hairpins and I was absolutely shattered. So my PR up the Coll de Batalla was from 2013, when I came out with Kev and rode up it. And that was the time I was competing against. So long story short, got to the top of the Batalla and I absolutely smashed my PR with about 5.5 minutes. Now, although I did smash my PR going up the Coll de Batalla, it was a very hard climb. I wasn't gunning it by any stretch of the imagination. I was just turning the pedals over as best I could. I probably couldn't have gone much faster, but it was a respectable time at the end, for me anyway, and I was very, very happy with the 5 minutes and 40 seconds or whatever it was that I beat the PR by. I was following my friend Kev, who was in front of me, and he was just ticking the pedals over. I got the feeling it wasn't a particularly high pace for him. He wasn't even out of breath, and I was huffing and puffing away. But he's much lighter than me, and obviously if I want to improve my times up any climb anywhere, I'm going to have to lose a bit more weight. So once we climbed the Coll de Batalla, we stopped once again at the cafe for more refreshments. I basically downed 1.5 litres of water almost straight away, and it just tasted and felt absolutely amazing. It's bizarre that your body seems to know what it wants. Normally I don't drink water, but that particular 1.5 litres of water just tasted absolutely amazing. Once we'd fueled up, we started the 30 kilometres back to the hotel in Alcudia, and this meant descending the Coll de Femina, which we'd climbed 2 days earlier. Now this is one of my favourite descents here in Mallorca, as it's nice and long, 7.5 kilometres, and it doesn't have any particularly tight hairpins, so you can get quite a speed going up down there. And as you're descending, the scenery is absolutely amazing. So at the bottom of the Femina, we got to the town of Pollença, and then unfortunately picked up a block headwind, which made riding into Port Pollença a little bit difficult. It's a long straight road and the wind was directly in our faces. But once we got to Port Pollença, we went to the famous Toughie bar, which apparently has a table permanently reserved for Bradley Wiggins. And again, after more refreshments at Toughie bar, we rode back along Alcudia Bay, this time with the wind slightly behind us, back into Alcudia, back to the hotel for a well-earned rest. So all in all, I really enjoyed today's ride. I had a real sense of achievement getting a PR going up the Coll de Batalla, had an amazing descent going down the Femina again, and I really liked the refreshments that we had at Toughie bar. So yeah, all in all, a fantastic day on the bike. So if you're training for a particular cycling event, please tell me all about it in the comments below. If you found this film useful, please like and share. And if you'd like to get the most out of your cycling, please consider subscribing for my regular weekly uploads. Thanks for watching.